Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the final 1 minute TnS daily review. This is going to be the final one because I promised you guys that I was going to do an entire year of daily reviews because I started in March 2025 and I've been doing daily reviews ever since then, leading all the way into the end of March 2026. So it's been a very long time. Never missed a single day, and yeah, here we are with the final one. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. So I have my mouse here on the 927 candle and my indicator set on the 1 minute preset, display with subs and session filter disabled. And yeah, let's just see how it did. You can see there's a pre-market long there. So basically we just dumped off open. We had a short here and that short got stopped out. So it's going to be trade number one as a loss. And then we have another short up here. This one I had to do manually because you can see did not tap into the entry, but for some reason the indicator has it marked as it got TP. That's incorrect. So if I mark out the entry here, you can see we tapped into it here for the first time. You look one candlestick to the left, you have to use this as your new TP. And so that means that this trade got TP for, looks like 35 points there. So it's going to be trade number two as a win for 35 points. If I play it out, you can see the stop loss there for 25 points, but never got hit. We basically went down and hit that low for 35 points, and then we create a new setup there using the old TP as a new entry. That one's going to be an A plus short when we come back to it, but that didn't come back immediately. So then we had a long setup here. If I back up, got TP. It's going to be trade number three as a win for 27 points. And we had another short there, get TP. It's going to be trade number four as a win for 27 points. And another short here, get TP. It's going to be trade number five as a win for 21 points. And we had this long setup here, also get TP. It's going to be trade number six as a win for 33 points. And we have a long setup there waiting to get tagged in, but we have a short up here. This is the A plus short that was waiting to get tagged in for a while. This one also got TP. It's going to be trade number seven as a win for 43 points. And you can see got TP there. We come down for this long. The long unfortunately gets stopped out. It's going to be trade number eight as a loss. You can see it did get pretty close to the TP, but just never got it. Sorry, it's going to be trade number eight as a loss for 25 points. And then we had a long setup here. This one was pretty unfortunate as well because actually, no, we ended up winning, but it just unfortunately couldn't get tagged in there, but it did eventually end up winning. It's going to be trade number nine as a win for 20 points. And if I go very slow here, you can see that we actually did have a short setup in between, and this one immediately gets stopped out on a news candle, but the other, long gets TP. And once again, truly, you would be in this long. You wouldn't even have to worry about the short. But the short did get stopped out. It's going to be trade number 10 as a loss. You can see just basically run straight through it. Okay. And for some reason, the indicator just removes the short, but it was there and it did get stopped out. And we basically go a really long time without getting a setup. Pretty much don't get another setup until the end of the day here. Let me make sure that wasn't anything there. I don't think it was. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. So we had a short setup here, get TP. It's going to be trade number 11 as a win for 23 points. And then we had this last short setup here, get tagged in right at 353, and it gets stopped out at 350, I think 9. Yeah, 359 here, so we kind of as a full loss. It's going to be trade number 12 as a loss. And then we have one last long setup that gets tagged in at 4 o'clock, but unfortunately, of course, that's our cutoff time, so it will not be counted. Since that's a 4 p.m. candle, of course, that means that trade number 12 will be our last one, so let's go ahead and tie it all up and get our final results. All right, so these will be our final results for the last day of TnS tracking, and today I walked away with 5.1 R, 129 points, and that's with 8 wins and 4 losses today. So a pretty impressive way to wrap up the tracking for 1 minute TnS. It went on a 6 trade winning streak before losing a trade, and then still kind of did pretty good to wrap up the day. But yeah, guys, gonna wrap it up for this Actually, no, I'm going to show you guys the entire stats before we wrap things up here. So just give me a second to get it. All right, you guys. So these would be the final stats for the 1 minute TNS. This week it wrapped up with 250 points, 10 R, and so with 30 wins and 28 losses, 58 trades total. And of course, these are all the stats week by week. But the total profit that it walked away with is 2,331 points, 93.7 R with a 49.6 win rate, and that's with 878 wins, 891 losses for the 1 minute TNS version 2. And if you were to compare these stats, the final stats between the 1 minute TNS version 2 and the 5 minute TNS version 1, with roughly about the same amount of weeks tracked, you can see that the 1 minute TNS does win because it has a just slightly higher amount of points caught and way higher risk to reward caught, while also maintaining a higher win rate than 44%. This answers pretty much the age-old question that we've had since the beginning: is the 1 minute TNS better? I said it was better since the beginning, and this basically proves it. And once again, this is basically with roughly the same amount of weeks tracked. I think I may have done maybe about 3 or 4 extra weeks on the 1 minute TNS, but this is still pretty impressive to see that the 1 minute TNS was able to walk away with over 2,000 points in roughly 6 months of tracking. And very quickly here, I do want to say the entire purpose of these daily reviews is to have video proof of every single trade, because a lot of people may not believe these stats are real, but they're very real because there's video evidence that supports all of these trades, every single one. And I do also want to say not a single day was missed when the market was open for a regular day. There's a daily review for every single day that the market was open, unless there was a bank holiday or a half a day. But every single day was tracked. And don't let anyone try to tell you that they have a mechanical strategy if they can't do something similar like this, where they can give a day by day proof of all of their trades. But yeah, guys, this is going to wrap it up for the daily reviews for TNS. I thank you guys for all of your support and tuning in. It's been pretty wild to see its progress. It's throughout all the ups and downs, but I'm just glad it was able to wrap up pretty strong. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you around. Peace.